If you got spirit got you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Dap Divination. I'm Dap, and today we're going to be looking at something real simple, just your reputation, your current reputation, how people think of you, how they see you. Take it with a grain of salt. This is not the truth of who you are. This is just how you're being perceived. So if you're new here and you don't know how pick a card readings work, this is a tarot card reading for your own self-improvement, your own self-awareness, and I'm just the vessel. You are using your intuition. I'm just doing the heavy lifting and the talking. So, like I said, if you're drawn to more than one pile, watch them all. Some people watch all the piles, some people watch one pile, just whatever you're drawn to. I'm gonna put them on the screen. You pick an image, whatever you're drawn to. Pick with your third eye, not your first or second eye. And I just want to take a minute to say I'm so grateful for anyone who has clicked on this video, subscribe to the channel, give me or just watch the video and give me any of your time, because it keeps me doing what I'm doing. All I want to do is be of service and be helpful. So thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you have given me over the years. I appreciate you so much. So subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, welcome back. We're back with a vengeance. I'm kind of changing things up a little bit, you know, but hopefully you enjoy the content and it's still useful. But I'm not going to bore you to death. I just want to let you know that I am taking personal readings again, full time. So if you want to do a deep dive and get some personal time with just me and you, I record them and send them to you within 24 to 48 hours. I'm also taking donations. If something hits, send a donation. That's love. That's energy. You don't have to, but I appreciate everyone that does. So that's all I got to say. I'll see you over there at your reading. I love you to pieces. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
If you got spirit got you.
What up, pal number one? Welcome to your reading. We're looking at your reputation. So your reputation can be first impressions, people who know you, and it's just what they think about you. It may not be the truth. You may not agree with everything. So take what resonates and leave what does not. But what I am seeing, the oracle card that I chose for you is the number 5. So you may be in life number 5, born on the 5th of the month, born in May, or just have a lot of a heavy 5 energy in your chart. That's Leo energy as well. This is the creative, but you also have this turtle. So it's saying that for me, what I'm picking up on your energy is that you move fast, you change fast, you change gears. You're hard to kind of like hold down, and you have a sense of independence about yourself that can be a little bit to a fault, because I see that in the negative energy, how people like perceive you or your reputation is that you're the king of wands. This is the bossy king. Look at him, he telling the cat what to do. But it's like, the thing about it is like, you're normally right. It's like when you come up with an idea, or when you figure out what it is that you want to do, or what you should be doing, it's normally right, but you have to give people time to kind of catch up or whatever, or give people time and space to kind of like consider. And I don't think you do that very well. I think you're more like, do as I say, and everything gonna be all right. If y'all just listen to me for once, we wouldn't have to go through all of this. And the thing about that is, you get frustrated, they get frustrated. But it's like the Nine of Pentacles comes up saying like, but you have a lot to show for it. It's like a lot of the things that you've had ideas about, that people have counted you out for. People saying like, that's crazy, that you shouldn't do that. It's like you've actually shown and proven to yourself and them like, hey, it works for me. I got what I need, or whatever. But it's about slowing down and letting people, and also understanding that maybe your path isn't everybody else's path. So you may sometimes feel like a lone wolf. They say it's lonely at the top. Heavy is the crown, right? You know, heavy is the head that wears a crown. I feel like you're a natural leader, meaning that even when you are in situations where you don't necessarily want to be a leader, or trying to be a leader, or trying to assert yourself, people come to you. People see you as an authority figure. So it's like, well, if you see me that way, then listen to me. But it's like, you do have to give them time and space to kind of catch up, though, because I do see the 8 of Swords. You don't get stuck like people get stuck, and you don't understand why people get stuck the way they do. It's like your energy is like, hey, if I don't like something, if I'm not feeling something, I'm gone. I'm doing something else. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time and energy on people in situations that are not for my benefit. And you have to realize, like, that's not normal. People will sit in the stupidest situations for the longest amount of time before they finally wake up and say, I'm ready. And and by the time they get to that point, you be like, you just now figure that out. So for you, it's something about people don't see you as humble. People see you as brilliant, and people see you as very much like a go-getter, hands-on, somebody that they trust in a crisis, but they don't necessarily view you as warm or very much, or somebody that would hold their hand to it, because your main energy is the Emperor. If you were a male reading in this reading, it would make a lot of sense because you have a lot of masculine energy. It doesn't mean you have to be male or female, but you have a lot of masculine energy. Like in relationships, you may call the shots, you may set the rules, you may have a certain standard that shall not be or boundaries that shall not be crossed, and when you cross them, there's hell to pay. You would be somebody I would keep in my corner because you probably keep me in line, to be honest with you. And we all need that sometimes. I feel like you always have a plan. Look at this. He has a blueprint sitting right at his feet. You always have a plan, and your plans are protected. Look at that dog. It's almost like when you're right, you're right. And God and the universe, it supports it. It's like when it's right, it's like you know when you're right. When you're wrong, you know you're wrong. But the Page of Wands comes up as well, which is like saying, you don't spend too much time thinking about, well, should I or should not? It's like you come up with a plan, you do it, you execute it, and it's done. You put and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it's good, it's good, and you suffer the consequences, or you celebrate your wins, and you don't blame anybody else. It's like you have a very special energy of being a leader. People see you as take charge, but there's a balance there. You got to be able to let people catch up, and that's part of the thing. People see you sometimes a little bit overbearing, or a little bit too much, or expect too much. You have high expectations because you have high expectations for yourself, and that's beautiful. You need to have high expectations for yourself, but that doesn't always translate to high expectations for other people. So the conflicts that you go through, or the conflicts that you have, or the people that may that you may have a lot of frustration with, it's not because of you or your personality. It's because you show them part of themselves where like they may be slipping, or they may not be like really fully invested when they say they are. You call people out when it's like, you said you wanted to do this. Now why are you doing that? Because that don't make no sense. It's like you make people have to look at themselves honestly, and it's almost like an authority figure. So people respect the heck out of you. And the downside of that is that people may also avoid you as well, because when people aren't necessarily living to their full potential, they may feel judged by you. And not that you're a judgy person, it's just how people are. It may make them feel embarrassed or something like that. Like it's almost like you have this energy of like, you make people feel like they have to show up correct with you or not show up at all. You know, it seems to be that you have a real short fuse and a low tolerance for the BS. But that's your reputation. You would be very well suited for, like, say, any kind of business where you have to run a business, like where you're like managing people, owning your own business. You're really good at being adaptable too. So when things aren't going good, you don't sit there and cry about it. You try to find a way around it. You try to find, how am I gonna make this work for myself? That's what I see for you. I see the Knight of Wands in reverse as the positive energy. You go. It's like, hey, I got stuff to do. If things aren't going my way, I boldly go the opposite direction. You take a leap of faith. You are risky. Sometimes people see you as a little bit risky or a little bit as reckless, but that may not be the case. You just already know what you want, and you've already like three steps ahead. I see the Two of Wands. You don't tell everyone your plan, so it comes across as like you just be doing stuff, but it's like you move in silence and keep doing that because that's magic. I feel like you're one of those people who are just meant to just kind of come into people's lives, maybe temporarily, and just kind of shake things up, show them a different way. And that's your path, and that's your truth. So it can be frustrated because it's hard for you to kind of like latch on to people and get real close to people because, like I said, people kind of see you differently. And it's almost like I said, it has an energy of like, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and when my time is done, I'm gonna leave. And no hard feelings, no strings attached. It's like, but when are you gonna put down real roots? You know, people are wondering like, when are you gonna put down real roots and really commit to something in the long term? Because you have a lot of experience in all different ways, but when are you gonna make a home out of it? When are you gonna settle down? That's just a question for you from Spirit. That's all I got for you. Like I said, these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't make it fit. This is just something I'm giving for you as a tool to use for self-improvement, self-awareness. I love y'all to pieces. Remember this. I'm always here for you. If you want to book a personal reading, just click the link in the description. We can go a deep dive. My personal readings are way deeper than these pick a card readings. You'll get what you want, or you'll get your money's worth. But sound off in the comments. Leave me a purple heart. Let me know that you're here. And remember, guys, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye.
Blessings in all we do. Blessings in all we do.
What up, pile number 2? Welcome to your reading on what's your reputation? What's going on? What they saying about your reputation right now? All right. So we're gonna get into it. It's gonna be a quick little reading. The oracle card that I picked for you was the number 12 and these trees. So somebody like the smoke. Hey, I'm not judging. That's my lo-fi channel. That's a cartoon picture of me smoking with a cat. I get it. But or it could also talk about you may do something in nature. You may be into botanicals. You may be into, like, say, very much outside, like kind of peaceful meditation. That may be your jizz, you know? Your jizz. But also the 12 to me in numerology and also in astrology represents hidden enemies. It represents, especially in your reading, it kind of represents people who may not always have the best intentions for you, but they want to be around you. So a secret enemy for me is somebody who is, if they play in your face, they're your friend, they want to know all your business, they want to confide in you, and they want you to confide in them, and they use that against you for their own benefit. And you're the type of person that's so, like, maybe on your stuff that you don't notice. Not everybody around you is meant for you. And this could be in a special message for somebody, not everybody. It could mean that somebody that you kick it with, smoke with, or whatever, that may be the main person who ain't got your best interest at heart. Okay? 12 is also, it breaks down to the number 3 in numerology, which speaks of somebody who has gifts in the gift of gab. You are a creator. You're somebody who can turn nothing into everything. And it's a gift, and a lot of people can't do that. Because your main card about your reputation is the Ace of Pentacles, meaning that you always find yourself somewhere at the right place at the right time. A blessing comes to you. Some people may think that you're a witch and that you manifested or something. Like, this is a witchy pile. Some people may actually think that you actually cast spells or something for your own benefit. And if you do, keep doing it, because whatever works, works. But people wonder how you get just so lucky sometimes. And I think you have people around you who may be a little bit jealous of that. Not in a way where they're like malicious or like they're actually enemies. It's just like when jealousy and envy get involved, when people don't actually like look at their own stuff or like their own issues, like what's blocking them from becoming successful. Their main thing is to look at the most successful person in their life, or the person they think has it on easy street, and they start resenting them, and it's not even your fault. So you got somebody in your life that's like that, but your reputation is that you can turn nothing into gold. Clarify that. You have the Hierophant, and it's because of your strong belief in your spirituality and your strong commitment to yourself and self-improvement. The people who don't like you, or the people who don't get that, they don't have that relationship with themselves. They don't believe that they can do those things. They don't have that commitment to bettering themselves. They think that they can just show up and just keep showing up and maybe something will just happen. You don't do that. You do the work. And unfortunately, it makes people jealous. It makes people wonder, well, what's wrong with me? And instead of looking inward towards themselves, they look outward towards you and want to blame you. So there are certain people in your circle that you need to kind of like realize aren't necessarily for you. It could be family members, it could be anybody. Clarifying that, I see the Queen of Pentacles. For some of y'all, it's a mother figure. For some of y'all, your mothers is jealous of you and your success. They say they want the best for you. They say they want you to be better than them, but they really don't. There's something about like somebody may be trying to live vicariously through you. You know, and once you make a turn or make a decision that goes against what they would have chosen for themselves, all hell breaks loose. Now you wrong. Now you crazy. Now what are you doing? Now you messing up your life, and you have to really learn how to just brush it off, water off a duck's ass, you know, because there's something very special about you. I'm seeing Taurus energy, Capricorn energy. I'm seeing all the earth signs, Virgo. I'm seeing Leo. You're somebody with a bright light and somebody who has a lot to say and somebody who's meant to do something. and it's spiritual. You have been given with a lot of spiritual gifts, and those gifts aren't yours. They come through you because the universe, God knows that because that you have them, it's going to benefit the world. You will leave this world a little bit better off than it was when you got here, and that's just the truth. And that's why you have these abilities. That's why you have this type of luck. That's why you have these blessings where you show up at the right time. So it's like your reputation is people see you as almost living on easy street, and that may not be the truth. You may not think that. You'd be like, I got problems, Sap. I got real problems. But you carry yourself so well and you overcome them so well that people can't help but to think like, what are they doing? Like, what's wrong with me? You know, you open people's eyes to see where they can do better. Not everybody sees it as jealousy. Some people take it as inspiration. You inspire a lot of people. Pile number 2, you make people like say, well, dang, if they can do it, maybe I can do it. And that's the whole point. That's somebody that you keep in your life. That's a friend. That's somebody who appreciates you and appreciates where you're going and believes in you to the point where they can see it in themselves. You keep those people in your life. The people who sit there and ask, well, why you want to do that? Are you sure that's going to work? I ain't never heard of nothing like that. You cut them people off, or you love them from afar because they ain't got nothing for you. I say that because you have the 5 of Wands. Something that you do is very competitive. So if you're in a field where, like, say, it's concentrated, or a lot of people doing it, or maybe it's like you're trying to carve out your own lane, like on social media, make your own business. There's a lot of competition, but guess what? Clarifying that with this 8 of Cups in reverse, can't nobody do it the way you do it. You make people, when I say it like that, like people can sometimes think that they are the like the stuff, like they got it. Like you make, like people can show up like, I am that person, I am that one, and then they see you do it and they question their whole life. They're like, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe you do something else. Maybe this ain't for. Maybe I'm not as good as that, and that's fine because it pushes them in a different direction they need to be in, and you can't fault yourself for that. All you gotta do is just live your life. And I think this is what you're doing. You inspire people just by being you. Your reputation is that you're wonderful, but you are very much authentically, unapologetically you. If you had some Aquarius in your chart, I wouldn't be surprised. The positive that we got going on for you is the 6 of Wands. One day, if not already, you will get your flowers. Not only will you get your flowers, people will respect people. Like you will show up, and people will bask in your energy. Be honored to be there because you got something to do in this lifetime, and you're going to do it if you're not already doing it. People see your strengths and who you are. I think you're going through a transitional phase right now. You got to get there, but like, don't let the haters, don't let the people who want to talk you down or make you feel like you're not good enough make you feel like you're on the wrong path, because just because that's not their path does not mean that you're not on your path. And that's what I got for you. If this resonates with you, sound off in the comments, leave me some purple hearts, and even better, if you want to zoom in and take a personal look at things, I'm here for you. I'm in a more stable place now. You'll get your reading within 24 to 48 hours. I've been a little bit quicker about it now because I got time. But I would be honored to look into whatever you want me to look into. Just click the link in the description. I love y'all. I mean it. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, spending some time with me. That's important. It keeps me doing what I'm doing. And remember, guys, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Have a great day. What up, pile number 3? Welcome to your reading. We're looking at what's your reputation? So just a quick little read. Just what I mean by reputation is not just the people who know you, but maybe people who maybe first impressions. It could be at work. It could be just take it how it fits. Not everybody's gonna resonate with everything. Just take what's yours, leave what's not. Your oracle card here is the number 11 for this ice cream. So 11 to me is a number, it's a master number. So you're a very humanitarian person, a very spiritual person, somebody who probably looks out for everybody before they look out for themselves, sometimes to your detriment. And with this ice cream card that comes up, there's something about you that's a little bit indulgent. And I'll get to that in a second. What people notice about you first, or like about your personality, about your reputation, is that you're a go-getter. You have great ideas. You are like a firecracker with inspiration. You have the the Ace of Wands. But the way you do it, it's almost like you create, it's almost like magic. You manifest. You have a good idea, and people steal your ideas sometimes. but it's coming from a place of like you have a lot of value in them. So you could be a fire sign, you could be a Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Doesn't have to be. But clarify the Ace of Wands. The Hierophant reverse. So people would say like you have great ideas and you put people like in the right lane, but there's not a whole lot of, they may say that you don't follow through. Like people may become over dependent on you or something like that, or lack boundaries. And so you've had to learn over the years how to kind of like let people be them. It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you don't have to make him drink, and you shouldn't make him drink. It's like teach a man to fish, or and he'll eat for a day, right? It's kind of like your energy, but people expect you to kind of be around, especially like your family or something like that. You may have a not a fear of commitment, but you kind of like doing your own thing. March to the beat of your own drums. It's like when you're around, people would say that you are great and you're here and you're present and you're useful, but when you're not around, it's like out of sight, out of mind. They don't. It's like you disappear. And I think you do that sometimes to maybe recharge or something like that. I do see the Five of Wands, and it can cause miscommunications with people because people may think like, hey, you put so much energy and so much time into me, or you seem to have so much potential, but you'll disappear because you got your own thing going on. So people will see you, or your reputation is when you're here, you're great, but when you're not, you're not. Okay, and that's just what it is. And I think with that, it's just like maybe be more mindful of that. Like maybe people may think higher of you than you think of yourself. People may value what you bring to the table more than you bring to yourself. But there's maybe somebody specifically, it could be a family member who actually like really wish you were around, or really wish that you would kind of like prioritize them a little bit more than you do, because you have value. There's certain things that you could do that could really help them. Maybe you don't have the time, or maybe you don't have the energy, or maybe you don't want to. But that's a message for you. Reputation is that you're brilliant, and you always know the right thing to say. You know what the right thing to do is. But at the end of the day, though, it's like people have a hard time counting on you because you're kind of scattered. You're here and there. I also see that with this neutral energy of the Temperance card in reverse, which means that you may have some vices. You may have had to get over like maybe some vices. Maybe you overeat. Maybe you drink too much. Maybe you smoke too much. Something about it makes people feel like that you could be unreliable. And this could be something from your past. This may not even be like the truth right now. It's like maybe that's where you're coming from. Coming from a place of like maybe having to grow up a little bit and take more responsibility, because people kind of see you as wonderful and brilliant, but at the same time not reliable, and that's not what you want, right? Clarify the Temperance card in reverse. Woo! See the King of Wands. I see the Eight of Wands. You're the type of person where it's like, when you have the urge to do something or the want to do something, you don't always just sit here and plan and think it through. You just kind of go towards it and you just do it. And that's a beautiful energy, because people get stuck. You're not one to get stuck. And that's like one of your biggest fears, to get stuck. You create your life. But at the same time, there can be an imbalance there where like maybe people may think that you're a little bit more selfish, or maybe you're more self-focused. There's nothing wrong with that. I think you are just a free spirit, but there is a need to balance, like nothing in excess. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like when you really like something, you really, really like it, and you may go full speed ahead, balls to the wall. Like it may become a personality trait, and that's not what we want. We want balance, right? But that's just your reputation. That's how people see you. See, people see you as great, but people can see you as a little bit as a fanatic. So I can see a lot of Sagittarius energy. I can see a lot of Leo energy, Taurus energy, because you're stubborn. But the thing that people love about your personality, the thing that about your reputation, that gets people to keep you around and to love you no matter what you're going through, is this beautiful Queen of Cups energy. You are a giver. You're empathetic. You know what people need before they need it. So it's almost giving me like Mary Poppins vibes. Maybe like Mary Poppins. It's giving me like Mary Poppins vibes. Like I'm here when I need it, and when I'm not, I'm gone. Like you give service. You give to people. You give from your heart. And it's almost like a motherly energy about it, but you're not gonna baby people. You know what I'm saying? You come around when people need them, when people are depressed, when people go through loss. You're there for them, but you don't let them basically like lean on you and take advantage of you and become dependent on you, and that's a good thing. But I would say my advice or spirit's advice to you is to be a little bit more open and be a little bit more present, because it's only gonna allow you to have more blessings in your life. You know, it's like, no, you don't owe anybody anything. No, you're not anybody's caretaker. But it's like the more that you're nice and kind and mindful of, and when you're able to, the more you're able to get that paid back in dividends. People will remember how you treated them. They may not remember what you did or what you said, but they will definitely remember how you treated them in their worst moments, and that is invaluable. That is priceless. They will feel like they owe you something. You don't want people to feel like they owe you something, but it's like, if you ever find yourself in a position where you need that, they'll be there for you. But there's somebody in specific, someone specifically feels like that you are putting them on the back burner, and you may want to check in on that. But that's what I got for you. If you like a personal reading, I'm here for you all day long. I'm trying to catch up and get more content out for y'all, because I've been in the hospital. I'm finally well. I'm finally in a safe place, and all I want to do is to be of service. So if you would like a personal reading, check out the link in the description. I'm here for you. I love you. And remember, if you got spirit, what? Spirit got you. Blessings and all we do. Bye.